Welcome to our basement. I'm Meeka Nomicon, and I have a whisper of the soul. Many tales are spoken from the tongues of the fearful, in chants of the worshipful, and from the lips of the mournful. A tale that is repeated since the beginning of time. So which one do you reckon we are? The fearful, the worshipful, or the mournful? You're slowly feeling more at wake. Your eyes feel too tired to be opened. You feel a harsh wooden floor underneath, splinters slightly pushing into your skin. The room is fairly chilled, except for some source of warmth emanating heat onto you. Your fragile feeling body reserves most of your consciousness, so that the unusual environment to wake up in doesn't bother you too much. You make indistinguishable feverish vocalizations with your voice. You take a moment to collect yourself before opening your eyes. Well, that's a concerning thing to wake up to. How long do you reckon our arm's been like that? A horror mansion? How the hell did I end up here? Where are my dogs? Did I remember to feed them? Not the most pressing concern at this point, I don't think, but well, the good news is they don't seem to have been kidnapped with us. They're probably fine, right? You imagine their cute begging round eyes. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! I gotta get out of here! Gotta get out, gotta get out, gotta get out, gotta get out! You cry out in pain. My puppies are in danger and in need of nutrients. So, what do you reckon? Are we still heavily drugged, or is this evidence of concussion? 'Cause we are acting a little bit manic right now. I mean, I can understand being concerned about our dogs, but are we not at all concerned by the fact we've apparently been kidnapped and chained in a basement? A sharp sting pierces your head, as if a needle tore the nerve fibers between the frontal lobe and the thalamus. You drool, as if you've been chewing on a ball gag, and spit out the words. My head. The milk and beer, and the milk and beer. They make my head ache. Your eyes bulge as you realize. Oh, no. Hey, no. I don't even have dogs. My puppies. Was there even any dogs ever? Okay, we definitely have some kind of concussion, right? We're having like fever dreams about owning dogs. We are not okay. Maybe I've just been in this basement far too long. Have I just gone insane? Please, you, at the corner, turn off the flashlight. My eyes hurt. You expect someone to turn off the fire for the fireplace. The light doesn't help my achy head at all. It burns my retinas, and the pressure in my head is killing me. It's like the room is spinning. And my left hand, it's so weak. My left hand! What the hell? Who the hell is playing goddamn naughty games with me? Wait, naughty games? Is that our most pressing concern right now? I mean, not the fact we've been chained in a basement, we've potentially got a concussion, and we're probably gonna die down here, but we're concerned about the naughty games. Well, I suppose actually does count as a naughty game, right? I mean, a matter of life and death. I am not in the mood, and you have been informed. I have no patience for this crap. Hello? My wrist feels uncomfy. Would you loosen this just a little bit? I wouldn't escape. I escape. You feel all the energy leaving from your body. You fall unconscious. That is probably not a good sign, right? In the place or time had already passed. The age-old question, to be or not to be, is no longer a matter for us to decide. You feel a hard floor underneath you. You feel warmth, a fire crackling ahead of you. Your hand, right hand, feels like it has dozens of splinters in it. Your left hand is limp and has no feeling. Yet, you wake up feeling refreshed. Do you reckon at one point, we're just gonna wake up and our hand is gonna be completely skeletal, like all flesh and muscles and everything else gone? What happens if we're already dead? Maybe our soul is just trapped in this basement and just lingering around our own rotting corpse. That'd be like morbid as hell. God, I'd kind of want to play a game like that. A basement? Am I being held hostage? You know, normally in these situations, I say don't ever call out because that is just going to get you murdered. But usually in horror situations, we're not already kidnapped. So I feel like at this point, we might as well just call out. Hello? Hello? Nobody is answering. I think I remember this place somehow. Wait, we remember this? Wait, what happens if nobody actually kidnapped us? What was this when we were having like some massive fever dream and we went insane and chained ourselves in the basement? I mean, that'd be a really big issue since no one would be around to let us out, but I'm just thinking if we recognize the basement, then clearly we've been here before, right? I don't seem to have any other memories right now. I am so confused. How did I end up in here? As you're thinking back, suddenly a strong feeling of shame washes over you. I really did act like I was a mental. Was I drugged? I don't like this a single bit. You look around, thinking about your situation. Oh, we've already called out once, we might as well call out again. Hello? Is anybody there? No one. Now that I think about it, it may be better that nobody heard me. I better stay silent for now. Who knows what the hell could be happening? For all I know, I could be trapped in a cannibal's basement. Maybe I'm just in an escape room. The kind where they sedate you, so you don't remember how you ended up in there? Does that actually happen? I feel like that would be a major liability risk. I really am hopeless, aren't I? What a joke! You surrender to your situation momentarily. You close your eyes and fall back into your thoughts. Is this where I'm going to die? Like a forgotten animal on a leash? Why? Why did it have to happen so slowly? I always wished I could just go to bed and sleep off without a care in the world. That must be a privilege not meant for me. A sense of melancholy seeps in. Oh, why must it be so hard to accept? You start to realize something in the midst of the deep thoughts. While I was drugged, I remember a warmth. Was it the fire? The same fire that's still burning in front of me. Oh, that's a good point. So if the fire is still going, that means there's got to be somewhere close by to refuel it, right? To keep putting new wood panels in. Unless it's an electric fire, in which case it can just keep going for as long as there's power. Someone must have been here tending to the fire. So it can't be over for me quite yet. But I have a bad feeling it's only going to get worse from here on. I couldn't have been too long here. I don't feel hungry at all yet. Wonder how much longer will I have? Minutes? Or hours? Better start planning for an escape. I don't want to go down so easily. Wait, there was definitely not a key there earlier. I guess there really is someone here. Wouldn't it be like really cruel if they dropped a key that wasn't even the correct key, like it didn't even fit in our handcuffs? They just really want to send us into despair. They're really channeling their inner Junko. Huh? What's that? A key? Was it there all this time? Who's screwing with me? Did someone just sneak in here to drop this off? I'm free to go. You unlock yourself from the handcuffs and leave the basement. Okay, that solves two of our questions. One, I did not chain myself down there. And two, I'm not currently dead. My wrist feels so sore from the parts of the handcuff that held my arm up. And the indents around my wrist seems to be disappearing abnormally fast though. Just what the hell is going on here? Okay, maybe I was a bit premature by saying we're not already dead. Oh, what the hell are we watching? That looks fun. I say we just sit and watch TV for a bit. Upstairs awaits a living room. It's very minimally decorated. The whole room gives off odd vibes. The same patterns of wood are repeating over and over again. It's just a barely holding up rundown shack. Either its resident is mad, or has been driven mad by the blandness of it all. What kind of psychopath would live in here? You look at the TV. Who would watch this creepy crap? I would definitely watch this creepy crap. The figure inside the TV keeps clawing at the screen and looking around the room. It's chanting something, but you can't really make out what it's saying. You observe the rest of the room. In front of me is a door, most likely the front door. Freedom is right in front of me. Should I just make a run for it? I mean, that'd be the logical thing to do, right? But it almost feels too easy. You know what? I say we stay and watch TV. I better figure out what the situation here is. You hear something from this upstairs. Wait, is that a guitar? What the? It's a guitar? Is someone playing the guitar upstairs? My captors? Why would they be playing the guitar? Is this some weird black metal cult gathering house? Or maybe they're just very shy and they wanted some people to listen to their music, so they thought the best way to do it would be to kidnap people. I mean, I suppose that's one way to advertise yourself. You contemplate for a short moment. I really wish they wouldn't sacrifice me to their dark lord or make me drink goat blood. They did leave me a key though, so maybe they aren't so bad after all. And you know, the guitar sounds awesome. I bet they're really friendly. We should just go listen to their concert. You peek through the doorway where the sound is coming from. Now you can better make out what it's playing. Very melancholic. You look up the stairway. You can see all the way down the hall. It's so dark in there. It's still deeply unsettling. Wonder if it's set up to be a trap. Oh, there's only one way to find out. Definitely go upstairs. You brush this feeling off as quickly as it came. I really don't have options now, do I? You decide to sneak up silently. The old wooden stairs creak as you do so. Oh, I guess the stairs didn't get the memo they were supposed to be silent. Shut up, you old farts! The stairs keep creaking despite your insults. Oh, maybe we should just stand on the very side panels. I always think they're the least creaky part, right? You try your best to watch your step for the rest of the steps. The door to the room is invitingly ajar. I don't think it's heard me sneaking yet. But are they expecting me to come in? If that's so, you realize something. Why did they leave me a key to the handcuffs, but locked the front door? Oh, to be fair, we never actually tried the front door to know if it was locked, but it does make sense for it to be. Why are they playing in the dark anyway, if they're expecting me? Like I said, maybe they're just really shy. This whole getting abducted experience feels like an escape room. Just a quick peek through the door to see if they look hostile or not. You hype yourself up next to the door. You think to yourself, Come on, you coward! You coward! You coward! Go in! Hey, you! You're finally awake. Well, apparently we're not as sneaky as we like to think we are. You hold your breath trying to be dead silent. I hear you. Come in. Oh, nice skull. How you doing? You're surprised. In the room, you're greeted with a fairly friendly-looking face. Hey. Did you play the music? Yeah. Beautiful playing. Thank you. So, what's your name? She looks at you expressionlessly. Oh, sorry for not introducing myself. She stares blankly at you. Well, this be a good time to introduce yourself. My name is Camos. Oh, a beautiful name. Have you also painted these paintings? You must be a talented artist. She looks back at you with dead eyes. I've heard that more often than not. More often than not? So I'm not the first one here. Why would you be? Many come and go, but none return. I've stayed here in my safe haven, locked off from the outside world, whatever there may be. I'm working on my paintings and music. The outside harm won't catch us here. Outside harm? What harm is there? Outside, it must be hostile. I've opened the door. There is nothing. Absolute nothing. Nobody has come back. Maybe this is limbo. Maybe we really did die and this is in process of getting into the afterlife. Nothing. What do you mean nothing? There is nothing. Or so it seems at first. But it's an unpleasant sight. It's merely my theory. But we aren't supposed to be out there. It looks hostile, and people who go there disappear, never to return. You are dazed with the information. What is she on about? This is an insane person. This isn't at all what I expect my captors to look like. In a weird sense, she's even more insane than I initially thought. At least, she seems friendly. So, how long have you stayed in here? Inside? Who knows? Maybe a year? Maybe 10 years? Or maybe just a month? You won't feel tired here. No hunger, no need to go to the toilet. And don't even get dirty. There are no windows. And even if there were, there wouldn't be a distinguishable day and night cycle to admire. The sense of time is completely lost. At random periods, food appears on the kitchen table. Sometimes I lay down to sleep, but not because I'm sleepy, because I simply want to lay down. That sounds depressing. I guess it's a meaningless existence, but I try to make most of it. I guess it's kind of depressing. But what else am I gonna do? At least I can work on my many artistic projects. Ideas come in a seemingly infinite vacuum. They get realized. Once all the ideas are done, I get depressed, yes. But in a seemingly infinite vacuum, more ideas will come. That is the existence. You look at her worried. An insane person. She keeps looking at you with a blank expression. Her one visible eye is barely keeping open. You know, I know she sounds insane and all, but I'm not gonna lie, it sounds like a pleasant existence. I mean, having no outside responsibilities, being able to stay in and just do anything you're passionate about, doesn't sound so bad to me. I would gladly give up the outside world to do that. She tilts her head from side to side, analyzing your being. Why was I shackled? She looks at you, as if expecting this question. People act illogical when they get here. They panic and stumble and shout and end up running out of the house, never to be seen again. I hear a crash when a new one appears. I figured that I can just handcuff them while they are still unconscious. Let their initial shock from waking up wear off before I release them. Sounds inhumane. I mean, maybe, but the alternative would be that we would have run out of the house immediately to find non-existent dogs. So I can kind of see where she's coming from. It does seem actually like the better option. No need to thank me. That's most likely the reason you're standing there, hearing me out, talking to me. You are welcome to stay here. I wouldn't recommend it, but you're also free to leave if you so wish. You are not a prisoner here. The handcuffs were simply for your consideration. What is this place? I don't know. I got here the same way you did. Who are you anyway? I don't know. I don't remember. Who are you? I don't remember. I see. None of them do remember. I'm thinking I think I remember a bit of what happened before I got here. I remember panic and anger. By the way, how did you get all this stuff? If there's nothing outside, how did you get the paints for the beautiful art? Oh, I forgot to tell you. There's more to this place. She scratches her head, like thinking what the next words are going to be. Everyone who comes here also has an item with them. I thought it was random at first, but somehow it all makes sense. She fidgets with her guitar while talking. It was a hunch at first. The paints were by a person which looked a bit odd, or maybe artistic. You could assume by their style. The meat cleaver was by someone that could be assumed was a butcher. Wait, meat cleaver? I haven't even seen a meat cleaver. As I said, it was a hunch at first, but I've had a long time to think about it. I became certain that my theory is right when a person with a police costume came in. Their item was the handcuffs. Who else would have handcuffs? They came in very handy. That's really interesting. So I should just believe that people magically appear in your basement then? She glances at you, judging me. Whatever. What was my item then? In your case, it may be better that you don't know. Oh, well, now I have to know. Come on, I think I deserve to know. It was partly a reason I'm glad I had the cups. Out of all the items that have come in here, for the first time I saw hope. Okay. If you so wish, you do deserve to know. Your item. It was a handgun. Oh, damn, wasn't expecting that. What? Me? A handgun? Yeah, I told you it may be better that you don't know. Can I see it? No. Why not? She looks at you suspiciously. Listen, I know I'm acting a bit intense and insane right now, but I promise I won't shoot you. I think. I'm like 70% certain I won't shoot you. No. If you stay here, I'll allow it to be ours, but I cannot give it to you. As I said, some of the stuff here may come in handy. What are you thinking of? She looks at you with blank eyes. What would you... She cuts you off. As if there's another way out from here. She looks down at her feet. For the first time, she seems to have some emotion in her voice. Our bodies regenerate too fast for us to die, by most means. Wish you had brought a shotgun instead. Oh, damn. Okay, so you don't want me to take the gun because you think I'm gonna shoot you. You just... Actually, I think you'd prefer if I did shoot you, right? Well, whenever you wanted to leave this place. Do you know what would be unfortunate? If not even shooting you would work. Or a grenade. Even if someone drops off bullets, I'm afraid I'm just going to shoot a hole in my head with no results. My biggest fear is that I'm just going to get frustrated afterwards, and the next thing I do is go eat snacks or something. Back to square one, with no hope of leaving this limbo. You don't know what to say. You think to yourself that she's clearly not well. You having a gun makes me think. Kamos looks up to you and smirks. That makes me think, what kind of a monster were you before coming here? Hey, maybe I'm a detective or something. Maybe I was a good guy with a gun. She chuckles. Are you... What? What are you trying to imply? I can barely know for sure. But what kind of a man comes in here? Out of all the possible items to be precious, it's a firearm. You're mad. I don't even remember crap about my past. We're strangers. Who are you to assume that I was a killer? That I was a killer? Is that it? She looks disappointed. Maybe she gets it wrong. Maybe it's not our most precious item that comes with us. Maybe it's just whatever item we were either like holding last or currently in possession of. Because I mean, everything she's listed, it would be reasonable for us to be holding, right? So if we are a detective, we could have been holding our gun when we were shot. The butcher could have been working when he died, and that's why he has the knife. Maybe she was playing the guitar when she died, and that's where she got that raucous. With that temperament, yes. What? You? Calm down. Think about this rationally. What are all the possibilities a gun is used for? Barely, it's for good. All I know, you pop up here with a gun, with no clear uniform to imply it's for your job or anything. Even so, why would a cop's most precious item be a gun anyway? Sounds like a psycho to me. Now, I'm not the one fit to judge now. Maybe you were a guard or an FBI agent, or maybe you defended your life with it. Who knows? I guess it doesn't even matter anymore. I don't even know how to react. I could never. Yeah, blah blah, I understand. All you have here is time to come to terms with it. What is done, and nothing can be undone now. But, I guess. There's a sudden silence between you two. You feel awkward, but Kamos doesn't seem to care. What was your item then? Oh, my item? I'm glad you asked. When I finally tried playing, my fingers slid so naturally across the fretboard. She taps the guitar. It was my guitar. I guess I was a real good player back then. Even though my memory was lost, I guess the skills weren't. She plays the guitar to show off. All I know is that picking up an instrument is tough for a beginner. So, it was easy to put the two together. I see. Moving along, would you mind staying here with me? The plan is just to chill for a while, I guess. I finally saw hope in you, in your good. All we have to do is wait, and maybe eventually the hope is answered. And some weirdo pops in here with ammunition. Finally a way out. Wait, my gun isn't even loaded? Ah, man, that's a disappointment. You know, if she really wants out of this place so badly, she could just leave the house, right? I mean, she said they never come back and they disappear. So potentially they do die out there. Just pray it'll work. You know what? You're insane. And I kind of love that, so I'll stay with you. Sure. At least here, I'll have time to think about it. You've come to the right decision. Now, it's time to make yourself comfortable. You're probably going to be here for a while. Hopefully, it'll be over soon enough. Alright. Come on, brighten up. Let me show you my snack collection. Kamos grins. Even though we don't need the food, it does taste good. Weeks, months just pass by. People come and go. You gain all kinds of items for new hobbies. It ain't that bad, even for Kamos now, since there's some company. Still, you can't help but wonder, what is out there? Is this the right decision? Will the wait never end? Is she just fooling you? Oh, ending 1 of 3. You know, I don't know how long I would actually stay in the house for, because like I said, it would be great to have like a never-ending time to do your own hobbies, even if you are rather restricted by the items that just appear. But I think I'd be far too curious. I'd want to know what's out there. So of course we're gonna leave next. We found the inaction ending. So let's see then, if we can actually find out what's outside the house. We're going to leave. No! That's backtrack crazy! Your plan is sick, and I won't participate. Besides, there must be another way out. You don't have to be radical. Come to your senses. You're mad. Emos is visibly disappointed, like she has seen this 1,000 times over. Oh, my sweet summer child. Do you actually think I haven't thought about every possibility? She laughed in a monotonous tone. Still, it's just wishful thinking. Come on! Are you depressed or something? That's insane. You don't understand. You would come to understand with time, though. And don't you think that anyone would be depressed living this reality? So that's it. I'm not forcing you to do anything. Except, I don't need your help. I don't want your help. And lastly, I'm not changing my mind. However hard you're going to try. The door is downstairs. Take the key. You may leave. I don't want to hear it. I'm forcing you to leave. But no. Go. Well, goodbye, friendly creature in the TV. I'm gonna leave now. Mental patient, what the hell? Did she escape the asylum or something? All I wanted to do is help. Yeah, she can figure it out on her own. I guess it worked out pretty well. Not like I really care what happens to her anyways. I got the key, and I'm out. You feel as if you should feel guilty about how the situation worked out, but you really don't feel anything. Oh, what have I gotten myself into? You walk to the front door and try the key into the lock. The doorknob clicks, and you're out. Oh, I love these Souls of the Damned. Maybe that's the real reason why no one returns. They immediately get eaten by the grass. The sky is completely black. No sun, moon, or stars to be seen. Pitch black. Yet the ground looks like a direct sunshine. The shack looks a lot smaller from outside. It looks overgrown, or more like it has grown out of the ground. What am I looking at? This can't be real. Am I in a fever dream? Behind the shack is some mist that strongly resembles ghostly figures. It sounds like they are crying. Are they trying to say something to me? You know, if they want to speak, we should call out to them. You call out to the mist. Hey, you over there! Can you hear me? A ghostly apparition appears in front of you. Ooh. Do you know where we are? Ooh. Ooh. I can't understand you at all. Can you talk in English? Ooh. Ooh. Should have guessed. Goodbye then. Ooh. You are a friendly little ghost. I like the wobbly arms. The ghostly apparition sounds sad as it leaves. You count your options. There doesn't seem to be many landmarks on where to go. Well, I guess anywhere is better than inside with that psycho. You continue walking further with no clear direction. Just walk to the nearest landmark, wherever that may be. I think it's probably non-existent. We're just gonna walk forever, right? As you've walked a while away from the shack, you look back. You notice the shack looks more distant than it should. That's weird. I only walked for a short while. Nothing can be done about it, so you just accept the fact everything works differently in here. That makes me feel so homesick. I just hope it'll be over soon. Maybe it was just a dream? You turn away from the shack again and continue forth. You walk, and you walk, and you walk, and walk. It's just tall grass, seemingly endlessly. At this point, you're too far away to turn back. There must be something to be found. If I turn back now, would I even be able to find a way back to the shack? You wonder if you're just digging yourself to an even deeper grave by continuing on this path. Guess it could be worse. At least I'm not feeling hungry, sleepy, cold. Even my legs haven't started to ache. After continuing on this path for a while longer, you think you see something in the distance. Impatient, you decide to make a run for it. Imagine if it's just the shack, like we've essentially walked the entire circumference of the globe and just ended up back where we started. Oh, no, it's a well instead. In front of your eyes is an ancient-looking well. The well is full of pitch-black water. At least I'll hopefully get to drink some water. Oh, I dare you to drink it. Even though it looks like a biohazard, at this point you don't care. You lean in closer to take a drink. You peer into the well. You see your own reflection staring back at you. However, the water is very murky, and you can't see your own features well. I really have lost all my memories. I don't even remember what my reflection should look like. You get ready to take a drink. The moment you tell your body to do so, you feel a large presence inside the well. Something is watching you from under the water. You're sure of it. Adrenaline pumps through your veins. Your eyes go wide, open as a primal fear washes over you. You're unable to do anything about it, as your body has frozen still from the sensory overstimulation. You try to move your head to the side, as if an invisible force kept your head still, but it wouldn't budge. What the hell is this? As if everything here hasn't been morbid enough yet. You realize that your mouth is the only part of you that can move normally. Do you want me to say something? in that case, we should talk. Maybe the wow monster just wants a friend. Hello? Is anyone in there? Are you stuck? Are you in need of help? You get no answer. A low growl starts emanating from the well. A lost soul. This one has a foul odor. This shall be interesting. What do you want? The creature in the well ignores your question, not even giving a formal greeting. When talking to far greater power, I expected no more kindness from you. You're here to answer some of my questions. The first question. You receive a package that was delivered to the wrong address. The item is of some value, but not something you couldn't afford yourself. You like the item. What will you do? I mean, first, how the hell do we even know what the item is? I mean, surely that should be packaged up, right? But, I'll be a good noodle. I'll send it to the right address. Right. Interesting. The wow seems doubtful. Onwards. You're sitting in a bus. You've had a long day at work, and you just want to sit down. Some elderly woman comes and asks for your seat. Will you do? You know, they can have my seats. They probably need it more than I do. Okay. Would you really? Next question. Your friend forgot their wallet at your place. What will you do? Well, I mean, I wouldn't steal from my own friend. Steal the wallet and hide and seek, but that's just mean. And I feel like they'd figure out where it was. Okay, we could definitely not take some money and return it. Okay, they're gonna know we're a thief and can't be trusted. You know, and if they're our friend, we shouldn't steal from them. Return the wallet without looking inside. I didn't know that you're a saint. Well, it's not so much being a saint, more as being a half-decent human being. You start to feel a feeling in your face you've never felt before. You feel big lumps moving under your skin. The lumps stop at where your eye sockets would be. Oh, what beautiful big eyes we've got. The reflection in the well has changed. Your answers have been very interesting so far. The next questions will be even more interesting. Remember to answer with your heart. It's a sunny summer day. You're standing next to a train track with your 3 friends. Further down, there are 10 people sleeping on the train tracks. Why the hell are they on the train tracks? A train is coming. The driver doesn't notice the sleeping people on the tracks. Their fate is in your hands. What will you do? Wait, push your friends to save their lives? To be fair, there's 10 of us and... there's 4 of us and 10 of them. We're not going to be able to save them all. You know, we'll be a bystander, let's face it. I mean, I feel like if we go and try and save them, we're just going to die as well. So instead of 10 deaths, there'll be 14. Who wouldn't be? After all, 3 friends' lives are more valuable than 10 strangers. Okay, another question. You're still at the train tracks. You are with your 3 friends. 2 of them are lightweight, and 1 of them is morbidly obese. You have a suitcase with you. Inside of it is 1 million in cash, which you're going to split. A train is coming. You could push your 2 lightweight friends in front of the train in order to stop it. Or you could push the morbidly obese one instead. What will you do? Wait, why would I be pushing anyone? What do I gain by pushing them other than I don't have to share the money? I'm assuming that's why I'd push them, right? You know what? I feel like I'm an equal opportunities friend, so I push everyone. The heart has spoken. Good. All the deaths will be written off as accidents, and you got all the money. Absolute success. Moving on. Another classic question. Would you press a button and get 1 million instantly, but a random person dies? Would you? I don't know about that, because essentially that makes me a murderer, right? I mean, sure, I'm not actively carrying out the crime, but I am the cause of their death. But then again, what was it like the person that got murdered, like a really awful person? Like they committed the worst crimes imaginable. And then basically you're doing humanity a service by pressing a button to kill them. But counter that, what if you accidentally killed a baby by doing it? That'd be bad. Okay, my question is, would we ever find out who the person that died is or was? Because if we didn't, well, it's a lot easier to justify pressing the button. You know what? Just on the risk that we'd accidentally kill a baby, I'd say no, I wouldn't press it. Disappointing. Listen, I just killed my 3 friends, okay? You've got to give me a little bit of morality here. You feel the wild grin. Moving on. Imagine yourself. One day, you will fill a survey with ethical dilemmas. A few days later, you get a letter. It's an invitation for an experiment where they are testing ethical dilemmas in real situations. You are intrigued, but put the letter aside. The day turns into night. You put your nightwear on and go to sleep. The next morning you wake up. You can't believe your eyes. You're in a large metal box that's lit up with luminescent lamps. You're free to just leave through the exit whenever. But next to you is a stranger that's locked to a chair. In the middle of the room is a staircase. 33 solid steps, intricately built with sharp shards of broken glass. The shards vary from the size of a grain of sand to the size of a small screw, which will sink deep into your skin, and you won't be able to avoid them all. On top of the staircase is a key, which will unlock the stranger from the chair. If you don't unlock the stranger, nobody will. What will you do? Sacrifice some of your own health and well-being for a complete stranger? Or simply just go on about your day? Well, it depends. Is the stranger awake when I make this decision? See, this is the same dilemma as the button. Like, do I know what kind of person the stranger is? I mean, if it's a child, of course you're going to go for the key. I mean, you can't leave a child in that kind of situation. Okay, just assuming that is a completely normal person, they've done nothing awful in their life, I feel like you can't leave them. I mean, it's one thing to press a button and kill someone somewhere in the world that you're never going to meet. It's another to leave someone for dead that's in the same room as you. I would suffer to save the stranger, I suppose. Oh, this is very much of a saw trap, isn't it? The wow rumbles. You imbecile. What has the stranger ever done that makes you feel responsible to save them? For all you know, you could be saving a horrible criminal. Well, I did contemplate that. I mean, there's no way of knowing one way or the other. I would just feel bad. Is it worth the risk? I'm not mentioning this to gaslight you into answering otherwise. But are you really listening to your heart? The rumbling stops. Very well. Let me ask you a follow-up question. What if the key would have 50% chance of breaking before opening the lock? Would you risk walking the stairs for potentially no reward? Oh, that does feel a bit too risky. Because the issue would be, okay, so we go up all these steps, we've completely pulverized our feet. Because I'm assuming that we don't get given shoes in this scenario, because that would make it far too easy. So then, we get the key, our feet are destroyed, we come down, it breaks, they can't escape, and then we can't either, really, because let's face it, how far are we going to be walking on shredded up feet? Unless, of course, this is like a Saw 1 scenario, that as soon as we've proven we can destroy our feet, Kramer will be close by to save us. I feel like at that point, a 50-50 chance is just too risky. Especially for a complete stranger. If it was someone you knew, and someone you really cared about, or a child, then absolutely I would go for it. But I feel like a complete stranger who has the potential of being an awful person, it's a bit too risky. The wind stops. Of course. Did you think that it suddenly became too risky? Or was this your true feeling all along? We're all just eagles, waiting for the right time to strike our prey. But we're pretending to not be eagles in order to not become the prey. You're not telling me how you actually feel, are you? You're just showing the mask behind which you manipulate your victims. You just waited for the right time to refuse helping in order to do the bare minimum and not become an outcast. Is the world trying to imply that I was an awful person in my life? Maybe I really was a killer then. You think that others would disown you for being selfish if you had walked away towards the exit right away. But that is what your true emotions tell. You feel a sharp pain. You feel your skin tearing apart from where your mouth should be located. Ooh, what some nice teeth we've got. Interesting answers. Answer with your intuition. Don't listen to the voice in your head. I already know what's in there. And finally, the last question. This is the most important one. You might be familiar with this situation already. Even so, I hope you listen very carefully. The story begins. You live life as a lower class citizen. You can barely make it to the end of the month. Living is expensive. Roof over your head costs a lot, and you have to be selective for the food you eat in order to afford the sufficient calories. However, you've had enough. It's payday, and you decide to go on a trip. You stay in an expensive hotel and eat expensive food. You're having the time of your life. It's as much needed break, and you feel like you've deserved it. You get back from your vacation and continue your life. As the end of the month approaches, you get worried. There's still a week till payday, and you have no funds for anything extra. You have no money for drinking water and for paying rent, and that's it. By no means is this a situation where you are in grave danger. You could just work and not eat for the time. Or in other words, suck it up. It's not fun, but in hindsight, the weeks will just be a fleeting moment. What would you do in this situation? I feel like we should suck it up, simply for the fact that we were so irresponsible as we prioritized a trip and expensive food over surviving the month. I'm not saying we couldn't have gone on a holiday, but why did we have to go somewhere expensive with expensive food? We could have just took a break in some kind of cheaper hotel. Okay, so we kind of deserve the situation we find ourselves in, so we gotta suck it up. You're a manipulating kind, now are you? That was the last question. We have read your answers. You have decided your fate. You hear a low rumble from inside the well. You monster. Good. You answered to the calling of your heart. You acknowledged your deep feelings, and you answered the questions rightfully. You didn't try to manipulate the all-knowing. You proved thyself. Maybe you're not rotten to the core. Maybe your soul is not tainted by the crimes of your past life. Now come down and accept the salvation. Let your soul be reforged. Oh, I'm gonna die in the well, aren't I? You're going to be saved. Except you feel as the hand grabs you. It isn't cold or warm. It isn't soft or hard. It's an ethereal force which feels more like a pulling wind than a hand. You get dragged down. You feel how your body scrapes against the harsh sides of the well. The well is much deeper than you thought initially. Is there even a bottom to this well? It's your final chance to be reborn anew. Rebirth with a new memory as a blank slate. To be able to live an honorable life. That's how cosmos work. Bad people come and go. Whether they return back to the circulation is up to them. It would be a shame if you become a bad person again. The degeneracy is on the rise, and the circulating souls are being tainted by it further every day. Even I wonder, how long will humanity last at this pace? That's what drives me. Even an all-knowing being, some of you may even call God, won't know the outcome. All this time, the speed you're being dragged has risen. The well has been speaking more information faster in relation to the speed you're falling. The information starts to overload your brain. Your memories start to fade. You don't even remember what was around the well. What well? What is a well? What? Your consciousness fades. You feel a comfortable warmth. You can see a bright light at the end of a tunnel. Oh, am I quite literally being born? Ending 2 or 3. Your soul has reborn. So I'm guessing then our third ending is if we become like the worst of humanity. So we answer like the questions as bad as possible. So we kill everyone we possibly can. And then we don't get our chance to be reborn. Okay, before we go and answer the wow questions again, does anyone else want to see what would happen if we try and run away? Screw it, let's go! I'm running away anywhere, to the nearest town, however long distance away that is. I'll report these abductors to the police then. You charge at the door, full speed. Freedom! You stop as hard as you began sprinting. Bang! The door didn't even budge, but you hurt yourself trying. Wait, so can the creature on the screen actually see us then? It seemed to laugh the fact that we headbutt the door. The door is sturdy and locked. Escape is not an option. Damn! Who makes these doors? Oh, lash back against the TV? Hell yeah! You stupid crap! You try running head first against a door and we'll see how you feel afterwards. Oh, feeling so smart inside your small little stupid little cubicle. Screw you! Still mocking me. I'm gonna pull your plug and push you off the shelf. Monster. What do you say to that? I should have started speaking like perfect English just now. The TV fell dead silent. Good. I think I just made a new friend. Oh, damn. So our answers are definitely changing the perspective of the face. So I picked all the worst answers so far. Like, I've not given up my seat to the old lady. I've stolen the wallet. Ooh. We're looking good, though. Okay, well, I'm definitely being a bystander. Oh, that has changed. So I just agreed to press the button to get $1 million or pounds and kill a person. Would you press the button and get 1,000 instantly, but a random person dies? Yes. I wonder if they're going to keep lowering the amount of money we're going to get. That's like it. Let your heart speak. Would you press it for 20? Oh, that de-escalated very quickly. But I can buy some really nice food for 20. I can buy a new hover game for 20. Yes. Glad you're showing your true colors. You feel the wild grin. Moving on. I thought it was going to keep going down. Did I ask me if I was going to do it for a penny? Oh, our map looks good. Okay, well, you know what? We're not going hungry, so we should definitely steal from the store. The creature lets out an amused growl. I thought so. I thought so. You're doing great. You decide that you're a victim of injustice. You gear up with a mask, plastic gloves, a large bag for money and other valuables, and a handgun. Wait, so is that why we had the handgun brought with us? Is this what happened in our actual life? We went and robbed a store? I mean, the WoW did imply that we're essentially going through this entire process because we were a bad person, right? You're successful at robbing the store, victimless and stealthful. Your bag is full of money, valuables, and some food. With this, you're sure you'll be living the rest of your month comfortably. You exit through the back door. As you run through the alley, you see 3 homeless teenagers. Most likely they saw you robbing the store. How will you handle the situation? Well, basically I'm trying to be the worst that humanity has to offer, right? So, I guess it's better to delete the issue. You think to yourself, those little craps will ruin your month. Pow, pow, and pow. 3 bodies and 0 witnesses. The WoW has an approving tone, sounding like a proud father. Did you ever even forget your past after all? I appreciate the honesty. That was the last question. We have read your answers. You have decided your fate. You hear a low rumble from inside the well. You monster. Good. You answered to the calling with your heart. You acknowledged your deep feelings, and you answered the questions rightfully. You didn't try to manipulate the all-knowing. You proved thyself. Maybe you're not rotten to the core. Maybe your soul is not tainted by the crimes of your past. Wait, are you sure? Because, I've become the worst humanity has to offer. Now calm down and accept salvation. Let your soul be reforged. Are you sure about this? I mean, my face proves different. I guess. Wait, we're just gonna end up with the same ending? Okay, so picking all the worst answers just gave us the same ending. So, what was if we pick all the nice answers? So we would, of course, still climb the ladder to save the person, even with a 50% chance of the key breaking. The wind stops. The silence is deafening. Blatant deception. I've yet to hear anyone lie so confidently. Let's say you go to retrieve the key. You painfully walk the steps. You know you won't be able to walk for weeks from now on. The key is in your hand, and you try to turn it in the lock. The key breaks. A new key appears on top of the stairs. Would you crawl up the stairs again, or leave? Without a doubt, would keep going up. Moving on. You feel a sharp pain. You feel your skin tearing apart from where your mouth should be located. Oh, that's a nice smile we got on there. Interesting answers. Answer with your intuition. You hear a low rumble from inside the well. You lied. You dare to lie to a being who can read you like an open book. Your soul cannot be saved. Comes to something that me trying to be a good person is what condemns my soul. The WoW disappears in front of you. You're back to the vast wilderness. I answered rightfully. What did it expect from me? I guess there's not much to be done now, other than continue walking. Until I find something else. You begin walking without direction. You walk. For so long you walk, you start to lose your sense of time. After the weeks of traveling here, trying to find something, I realized I must have made a grave mistake. I didn't know how well I had it. I should have never left the shack. In an infinite vacuum of nothingness, there is an infinite amount of nothing. There is no hope. The vast emptiness, it consumes me. You are left wandering in the empty fields of grass forever. Ending 3. Oh, it doesn't even get a description. It's just the nothingness. You know, I had wagered that we wouldn't even be able to find the shack even if we did retrace our steps. I mean, it's probably disappeared. Like, even if we go to the exact location it was, we probably would never find it. Or even if we did find the shack, I bet if we tried to go inside, it would not be the house we left. There's no going back. Damn. Well, if you enjoyed your time here, I'd really appreciate you to like this video and subscribe to this channel. But I'm like this spooky day, and I'll catch you next time, guys.